Tonight, we are starting a new series called Jesus Is. And man, I'm really excited about this because Jesus is one of those figures that people for thousands of years now, 2,000 years, have had very strong opinions. Some people have had less strong opinions, maybe a little bit more indifferent opinions about who Jesus is, what Jesus is. And we're going to take the next indefinite amount of weeks and really just kind of obsess over this. And it's going to be lots of fun. So tonight, just as we kind of get jumping into this that we're going to be in over the next few weeks, we're going to just take some time to kind of share our opinions. And I want you guys to know that tonight, this is a safe environment. Just so you know, even though you're at a church, you don't have to believe in God to be here. You don't have to even believe in Jesus to be here. You're welcome to be here. And this is a place that we can have a conversation. And it doesn't have to be, my opinion only. But we can share ideas and thoughts. We do believe that something is true. Something's true. We don't necessarily have the corner of the market on what is true, but we do believe that something is true. And there's something that's true about Jesus. And so I want to just take some time tonight and maybe just have a conversation about this very, Jesus, it's kind of a big name. I mean, this is a guy that if he did really live, he made a pretty large impact with his life. Because 2,000 years ago, some goofy-looking guy with big ears is still talking about him, and I'm not the only one. So we're going to talk about Jesus tonight, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a little time, and we're just going to kind of like brainstorm session, just rocket fire. No, that's not right. Shotgun blast, that's what it is. Shotgun blast. We're going to shotgun blast just some adjectives about Jesus. So similarly, we kind of had the adjectives that we would use to describe ourselves, and then the adjectives that we would use to describe, that we would think other people would use to describe us. We're going to do that with Jesus tonight. And it's interesting because according to the Bible, Jesus had some adjectives to describe himself. Many people had adjectives to describe him. And throughout human history, especially in the 2,000 years since Jesus allegedly lived on planet Earth, there have been a lot of opinions about this person, Jesus. So we're going to share some tonight. Again, I really want to reiterate, this is a safe place. If the first word that comes up is, fake, that's okay. That's your opinion. And we're going to share it tonight, and that'll be just fine. So, after we finish with a bunch of Jesus' things, we're going to go to Jesus is not and see what happens. But let's start with Jesus is. I don't know. What do you think Jesus is? Who is Jesus? What is he? How is he? When is he?
Carpenter.
Carpenter. Jesus is carpenter. Absolutely. Good stumble.
Servant.
I'm already getting writer's cramp. Okay? Loving. Okay?
Forgiving. Awesome.
All right.
Father.
Jesus is Father. Okay. What else? Powerful.
Teacher. Redeemer.
Son of God.
In control. Selfless. The Word. A rock.
The Rock?
The Rock.
Pretty sure that's Dwayne something. There are some answers are wrong. Okay. I'm just kidding. Like Jesus isn't The Rock, right?
Yeah, yes.
But I mean he is.
How about
All right.
perfect?
He's not Dwayne Johnson, isn't it? Dwayne Johnson. Okay. We can be pretty sure about that. Okay. Slash the. Someone said something else.
Perfect.
Thank you. All right. What else? Tricky. You sneaky Jesus. You guys seen that YouTube video, You Sneaky Mom?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, go YouTube it tonight. It's this mom that takes her kids' Halloween candy from them or tells them that. Now this is uncomfortable. Anyway, it's hilarious. Okay, tricky. What else?
Sovereign.
Okay. What else?
Human.
One at a time, people. Human, compassionate.
Oh, you got them both.
Yeah.
Joe.
I just want to be fun. Okay, what else?
Metaphorical.
Metaphorical. Okay.
Wise. God.
Okay. It's not powerful, God. This would be kind of fun to go through the list. Like, he's humble perfect, but he's servant tricky. You gotta watch out. Okay. Just see how it shakes. Okay, what else? What? I'm not going to be able to read this right for the rest of the time. He's teacher alive. I mean, I'm going to do it for the rest of the time. Okay. All right, alive. What else?
Role model.
Role model. All right. Okay. You get extra points if this is funny, just so you know. What?
Friend.
Okay. So great. Okay, what else?
Righteous.
Now the trick is to have no repeats. If you get a repeat,
Oh my God.
it's minus points.
What
Righteous.
if they're next to each other? Righteous.
Then I'm just confused. Okay, what else?
Patient.
He's righteous. That's for emphasis on the syllable. Patient.
Water.
Water.
Living water.
H2O. Okay. What else?
All consuming.
Okay.
Uncontainable.
Really? What else?
I can't see through you, but Savior? Is that up there?
It's what it's all about. It's all about. No, you're good. No minus points, but it's all about comprehension. You know, like. Okay, what else? Bread.
Oh, bread.
Bread bar. Are you hungry or thirsty? No, we got coffee in the coffee bar. We try to be hospitable here.
Oh, God.
Is there pastries out there? I don't know. Love. Love.
Oh, that's already.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's on there?
No. He's loving and he's loved.
Yeah, they're different. That's different.
It's different. It's okay. Don't feel insecure, but I still probably put
You
it.
almost had minus.
What else?
The alpha and omega.
Ooh. Who knows how to write that in Greek?
Alpha and omega.
It's pi. Alpha.
Alpha and Omega.
Omega. Okay, what else?
Omega is like horseshoe.
Brother. Yeah, it's like a horseshoe.
Well, there's
That's not what I want.
Omega.
What else?
Clear.
Not see-through. Well, maybe, but yeah.
Luminescent.
There you go.
We'll go with clear. That's good. Okay, what else?
Beautiful. Like.
Light.
Like the bread stuff, not the weight.
Okay.
Holy. Holy.
Strong.
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy. Really hurts.
Provider.
Sustainer.
Generous.
Oh! Oh, I'm getting all generous.
Victor.
Christus Victor. What? Isn't there something there? Christus Victor? What? Why is it one and not the other? Okay. What else?
Hopeful.
Or hope.
Wise.
I already said.
Oh.
It's
It's all right.
Faithful, okay?
No,
Is that you good?
What else?
The lamb. Christina said salt. Miracle worker. He's also a miracle.
I'll say he's a miracle. He's a miracle worker. See how I did that?
Yeah. Is healer?
That was a miracle. What?
Healer?
It's on there.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's okay.
King.
Me?
Ageless.
Is healer not on here?
King of kings.
Oh, that was on there.
Worshipper.
Sorry?
Worshipper? Everywhere. Omniscient.
Big words. He is big words too.
Someone say wash.
We're gonna stick with adjectives. Foot washer.
He's the dishwasher.
Shepherd.
crazy in a good way, if that's possible.
Radical?
Messiah.
Brave?
Not to be confused with Merida.
Oh, wild.
Wild?
Groom.
Is humble up there?
Yes, it is.
Simple.
Indescribable.
We should have written that first.
Yep.
Say 29.
Last. Gonna fall. What else?
Is obedient up there?
Obedient?
Yes.
Actually it is. That's a good one.
How about irresistible?
Okay?
Personal?
I'm just having like my own personal quiet time up here right now. I'm just enjoying this. Just so you guys know, this is fun for me. Okay, what else?
Honest? Evil?
He's a blessing.
Comforting?
Confident?
Comforting.
Comforting.
But that one too.
Well, that's a nice G.
Never ending? Timely.
Oh, now I gotta stand. No, it doesn't.
Missional.
Communal.
Rescuer.
Fun.
Conqueror.
Radical fun. Conqueror? I may or may not have gone to a Christian school growing up, and our mascot was the Conquerors. Ladies, try putting that in a chair. We are the Conquerors. It was about that awkward. Give me a C! Give me an O! Give me a... It takes so long to spell. Who let that happen? Hey, Q-U.
Maybe you should have paid more attention when they were starting.
I always fell asleep before we got to the U. Conqueror. Conqueror. All right.
Messenger.
Sorry?
Messenger.
Messenger.
Pure.
Hearer.
Pure.
Peer.
P-U-R-E.
Pure. I take it from my nut Jesus. Pure. I love it.
Jewish.
He's Jewish.
Trying to fill up the whole board.
We're just going. I'm not tired of it yet. Sorry?
Calm.
Passionate.
Passionate?
Yeah. Listener.
Storyteller?
Peaceful.
Sincere.
Sincere.
Encourager.
Sweet. Reliable. Leader. Fearless.
Penmanship was my first C. And it all went down from there. I was an A student until 3rd grade. What was it? Fearless?
Obedient.
What's up there?
Oh,
Is lover
I see it.
close to love?
My bad.
Lover's good. Yeah.
There's an R.
Hilarious.
Hilarious and dedicated.
Innocent.
Insightful.
World changer.
Is that Melanie?
No.
Oh. World changer.
Oh God.
You go on mission trips. World changer. Everybody pays attention. What else?
Sometimes he's angry. Jealous too.
Disciplined.
He's constant.
Free person.
It's going back. Yeah, okay.
You want help?
I do.
Do you know?
In so many ways. Excuse me? He's helpful?
You were right to hear that. Yes.
It worked. We haven't said this yet. Okay, helpful.
He's a believer.
He's a believer? Empathetic.
Unrelenting.
Faithful.
I think that's,
Yeah, faithful.
Oh, sorry.
but it's true. I mean, non-discriminating? Thank you.
Enough? Probably.
Sufficient.
Oh, I thought you were binding. No.
Seriously, Joel? Enough?
Master debater.
I would not have wanted to get it in an argument. It's like worse than trying to argue with a parent. I spelled debater. Seems too short.
It's O-R.
I knew it was one step. That's why it looked too short.
Public
Rabbi.
speaker.
Rabbi?
Yeah. One of a kind.
You look right now. Okay, here we go. One, dash, dash, dash.
Authority. Controversial.
The word is with friends.
Tro. Seal. Can anyone read that? Yeah, I
Start
can.
scribbling when you don't know.
Watermelon. That's supposed to be controversial.
Holy.
Words with friends is not a bad idea. You're looking on there, you're like, do any of these describe Jesus? Job. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Triple word, triple letter. Did I miss anyone when I was trying to make jokes? Bye. Anybody?
Real.
Real. It's the opposite of fake.
Famous.
Famous. Real famous.
Jesus is Lord.
How did I miss that?
Seriously?
Huh?
Oh, God, wow.
Is this real life? Whoa. Okay. It's debatable.
Holy Spirit.
Was that a question?
It's a nice entrance.
No, yes, but not to you.
Okay.
Did we say controversial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one I didn't answer.
I struggle with that one.
Average looking.
I was trying to find a way to say that. Good job.
Homely.
ugly.
Home.
Come on, Andy. Wasn't he blonde hair, blue eyes? Had a little bit of a radioactive glow to him. White robe.
Not nice looking you.
In the 60s.
Yeah.
Clean.
Sorry?
Clean.
I think that one's in there. Clean.
That was Claire.
Clear. Clean.
Counselor.
Did we do counselor yet? Okay. What? Spiritual. Prayerful?
Yeah, I think so.
Prayerful?
Life. Someone said positive.
Thanks.
Positive.
Reliable.
Did someone say positive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Reliable?
Good news.
Isn't that on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Good news. Who's a feminist? Feminist? Approachable?
A son.
How many P's in approachable?
Oh. Sorry. He was a son. He is a son.
Well, we got Son of God. Can we just...
Well, he's also son of Mary.
Oh, bring in the theology. Thank you for that.
The bridegroom.
We have groom, that's a synonym. We'll go with that. Thanks though, Aaron. Appreciate it. What else?
Do we have hope up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow my eyes fell on that. Truth?
Attractive.
Attractive? I think that's here.
Beautiful it is.
Irresistible is there. Is attractive here, people?
I don't think so.
Okay, attractive. Is beautiful there?
Yeah, beautiful there.
Okay.
He's with you. Why?
Under pure.
It's just to right if Jesus is.
Warm.
Warm? No.
Yes.
What'd you say?
I was making a joke.
Oh.
Do you have anything like relating to fear?
Fear? No, not currently.
Like he's feared?
Oh, we have fearless. Feared.
What about rebel? I was just thinking that.
I'm in rebellion.
So I'm sure they can find a word. It's not a gardener, but someone who tends to crop, you know.
Gardener?
Is that
Agrarian.
like agrarian, some sort of
Gardener.
cultivator? It's a word. Creative cultivators, actually.
Oh.
Nice.
Creator. Is that in there somewhere?
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, what?
Everlasting.
That's not. Never ending is up there. Is that
Yeah.
famous?
Everlasting. It's the positive spin to the word. He's everlasting. Never ending is also true.
Rock.
Rock. I think we got that. We have the rock.
Omnipresent?
Dwayne, where?
It's on there. Hold on. Omniscient is on there. Omnipresent.
Did we go on an omni kick over there or no?
Yeah.
Toads. All right, what else?
Waiting.
Waiting?
Yeah.
I don't think you can keep the
Consistent.
Constant. Okay.
The propitiation.
Oh. Check it.
Good word.
Check it.
I can't even read it.
That's why class A, you can check it. Just kidding, it's correct. A lot of theological words are easy to spell because they're very like sounded out. I like those kinds. Cat. K-A-T, I'm out of here. It's Brian reading. Okay, I got room for maybe like 2 more.
Adopted.
Adopted
He was adopted?
or adoptive? Adopted.
He was adopted.
Okay, adopted. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure I was writing the right word.
Yes. He's also adopted. Yeah, it's true.
Put it left side slash space.
Just put a
Yeah.
slash and put live.
Yeah.
Liv, adopted Liv.
Good.
That's it.
Oh,
Really? Is that not up there?
Big.
Goodly. All right. Yeah, who can snag a photo of this? Like up close and personal, maybe would be good, because I'd want to post this on our Facebooks, YouTubes, and places.
Just throw it out there.
Yeah.
You center
Don't be
photo.
afraid.
Center it out.
Be fearless like Jesus.
Get a few in case it's blue. Gosh, Andy, you're in my way. Yes.
Andy, you're in my way, man.
Do you have glare?
This is where I'm standing for the rest of the night.
All right. Okay, so this just happens to be the size whiteboard and handwriting that we're working with right now. But we keep going. And here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing too. This is however many people are in this room. This is just some of our opinions for about 30 minutes. You know, well, I don't know how long that was. 15.
30.
Really? All right. I don't get to steak much tonight. The reason why I wanted to do this exercise tonight, first of all, let me say a couple things. I wouldn't necessarily say that everything that we wrote is completely true. But I would say that many of the things that we wrote are completely true. And I think that over the next few weeks, we're going to continue to discover who Jesus is. And I think that, as we unpack who Jesus is, some of these words will most assuredly come up. But I will say that this is not an exhaustive list. In fact, the English language doesn't do justice to the person that the Bible would describe Jesus to be. And not only the person that the Bible would describe Jesus to be, but the person who did live and shaped history. The person who lived a life on planet Earth and then predicted he would die, pretty specifically, and then predicted he would raise from the dead, which anyone can do that, but to actually back it up is a different story altogether. He wasn't faking his death. He was killed by one of the most gruesome methods of execution by professional executioners. On the third day, he rose from the dead. The people that said that they saw him raised from the dead, they went to their deaths still proclaiming that. In fact, 100% of the people who claimed to have seen Jesus raised from the dead, whose lives were threatened with death, went to their death proclaiming that they had seen him raised from the dead. So this is a man, Jesus, who holds a pretty unique place in history. We could call him unique. And over the next few weeks, we're just going to really get into being a little bit obsessed over Jesus. When I was a kid, there was this girl, her name was Christina Simons, and it's not Christina Simons anymore. It's also not Christina Kaufman. Although that does have quite the ring to it, if you ask me. I loved Christine. I loved everything about her. And I would say that I was somewhat, not like in a stalker sort of way, but somewhat obsessed with her. And if you were to have asked me to fill out all of these adjectives, fill out a board, I would have had to write pretty big because no matter how well we can know an individual, it can be pretty easy to run out of things. Now, if you know someone really well and you really feel an incredible amount of affection for them, you could probably come up with a lot of things. But the interesting thing about Jesus is that these are things that go a little bit deeper than the average human being is able to pull off. And yet there are innumerable ways to describe those types of qualities. We're not talking about like nice, funny. We're talking about like omnipotent and creator, and those kinds of words that don't get assigned to too many humans. But Jesus is assigned those words. And whether we believe that he deserves those assignments or not, something is true about Jesus. And I think it's worth our while knowing that Jesus made some pretty big claims and had quite a following. Currently, 1 billion people in the world call themselves Christians. That's a pretty big deal. And so we're going to investigate over the next few weeks a little bit more of who Jesus is according to the scriptures, according to church history, and really just jumping into the person of who Jesus is, perhaps even in our own lives. It's going to be awesome. Let's take a few minutes and talk about who Jesus is not. We won't write as many things. It's okay. I won't take another 30 minutes because I want to say some stuff. All right. Jesus is not.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good place to start. Which is an extraordinary thing to say about someone who lived 2,000 years ago and did die. A pretty big deal. Like, freak out kind of big deal. He was dead. He's not anymore. What? It's a big deal. It's not like commonplace sort of events. This is not Sunday school information. It is. But it isn't. This is a very extraordinary thing to say, that Jesus is not dead. Pretty cool. Okay, what else is Jesus not?
Irrelevant.
He's not irrelevant.
Fictional.
IRRE.
Look at the magazine. Okay, relevant. Got it. Okay. What else?
Fictional. Hateful. Hurtful.
Simple.
Unforgiving.
That was written. Unforgiving.
Rude.
Not to be mocked.
Mockable.
Abusive.
Containable.
Unjust.
Manipulative.
Changing.
Jesus let a man change. He was
Changing. What else?
Weak.
Sorry?
Weary.
Harsh.
Lazy.
Santa.
Wait, what?
Oh, one trick pony.
But Santa did love Jesus. Bonus material. A one-trick pony? What is that?
You don't have to put that on there, it's okay.
Sounds dirty. I'm just saying. Can we edit that? It just seems weird. I like tricks. I don't know. You know. One-trick pony. What is that for real?
It's like someone or something that can only provide one brief and kind of easily explainable thing.
He's not a one-trick pony.
It is an actual saying.
It is.
No, it's cool. I just need to learn it. You know what I mean? I was like, before I write that down. I mean, this is brainstorming, so kind of anything goes, but I don't want to like. Yeah, seriously. I see a cuss word up there. I'm like, right. Oh, what am I writing? Did you see what I'm? Never mind.
Able to deny his own.
I started to, yeah. Able to deny.
The night Joel got fired.
Again. Happens on the reg. What?
Ordinary.
Ordinary.
Blonde.
Probably true.
Not hating against the blondes in the house. Fake. Fake.
Me? Was that me?
Thank God.
Reliable.
Sorry?
Prideful? Selfish.
Alone.
Alone?
Or not, he's not inhuman and not merely a man. Not
Not inhuman, not merely a man. Okay, what else? Startled? Is that what?
Joel,
Startled.
Startled.
I'm easily startled.
Startled?
boring.
I just made another really good face for the Facebook profile picture.
Someone said boring,
Boring!
not anxious.
Spite.
Really? Not A-N-X exclamation point? O-U-S, okay. Not what?
Spiteful.
Spiteful.
Evil.
Spiteful. Evil?
Just a prophet.
He's not a genie that grants your wishes.
Is that how you spell G?
Yeah.
What else?
Shy. Embarrassed.
He's not our butler.
Jesus is not made up.
Not wrong.
Wrong? W-R-O-N-G?
Yes.
I know how to spell it, I'm just clarifying. That's what was said out of the mouth of people. Sometimes I get that mixed up because the W is silent. Alright, wrong. We have room for 3 more. In a bad way.
Liar.
Ah, just thinking that.
Little C.S. Lewis in the house. Collaborative C.S. Lewis.
What is the plot? He's not logical. Like, I mean, yeah, he is, but like the idea of him is not logical.
He's not like Spock. Just saw Star Trek last night. Legit. Okay, guys. Man, so, yeah. Good stuff. Can we get a picture of this? I think, again, we could probably, obviously there's a lot of things Jesus is not. He's not a pink pony, he's not a lot of things. But there are a good number of things that people would surmise that Jesus is that we are so thankful to know that he isn't. And really, again, just this whole exercise is for us, more than anything, I just wanted to take time tonight as we open this series. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to, work hard to ask Jesus what it is he wants revealed about himself among us over the next few weeks. And, obviously we can't talk about everything that Jesus is over the next few weeks, or else the next few weeks would be like the next few millennia. Jesus is good at chairs, Joel is not. But you guys, okay, Jesus is, he's like, just take a look at this video about Jesus, and it might say it a little better than I can, or might be a little bit more fun than our whiteboard. I wish I could describe him to you. I love it. Colossians 1, chapter 1, verse 15 says that he is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For by him all things were created, in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible. Whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, all things were created through him and for him. And he is before all things. And in him all things hold together. And he is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in everything he might be preeminent. For in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of his cross. Yes, Jesus, he is incredibly amazing. And the fact that he is the image of the invisible God. I mean, if Jesus said this, he said, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. Jesus is more extraordinary than we could ever imagine, because at the end of the day, Jesus is the God of the universe. He is the firstborn over all creation. There is nothing that was created that we see, nothing that is part of this world that we live in, not even the things that we can't see, that was created without Jesus. By the Word, everything was created. He is incredible. He is eternal. He is immortal. There is no one like him. He is the solution. He is our only hope. He is the Alpha. He is the Omega. He is God. And there's nothing in this life that we should be more concerned about. There is nothing in this life that we should be more obsessed with. There's nothing in this life that is more all-satisfying than Jesus. And in the church, we don't know him. In the world, we most assuredly don't know him. Over the next few weeks, we're going to do our best to get to know him better. What's beautiful about Jesus is that we could take eternity upon eternity. We couldn't scratch the surface because he is immeasurably more than we could ever imagine. And he's Jesus. There's no God like him, and there's no human like him. Fully God, fully man, Jesus. I don't know if I could sit here and tell you tonight that he is my obsession. And I really would love for him to be. I don't know if he crosses my mind as often as he should. I mean, he warrants all of our thoughts and all of our affection and all of our attention and all of our devotion. The world that we live in points us away from Jesus, not toward him. So I confess that he is not my obsession, but I want him to be. And I don't know where you're at in your thought process toward Jesus. Whether, as this board continued to be filled out tonight, if you could identify with the things that were being said. Maybe some of the things that were written, you thought, yeah, I don't know about that. But the reality is that Jesus, he's not everything. He's the only thing. He's the only thing that really matters in this life. He's more central to our existence than the oxygen we breathe, than the food that we eat, the bread that we talked about, the water that we drink. He's more central to our life. In him, all things hold together. Do you know that if Jesus wasn't actively holding you together, you would literally just combust? But he's holding everything together. Wow. Like Jesus, this is who we're going to be talking about for the next few weeks. So I'm excited about it. I just want to encourage you to maybe take the next, few days. And this is a really awesome gift that we've been given, the Bible. Bible's not a book. It's a collection of books and letters that were written. And men of God agreed that the books that we have here, the 66 books of the Bible, were written and inspired by God. And what's amazing about the Bible is that in 66 books with dozens of authors who lived over hundreds of years and multiple geographical locations, who didn't know each other, who had never met, who spoke different languages from one another, wrote the 66 books of the Bible that perfectly form a congruent and beautifully unfolding story that's more than a story about the person who matters more to human history, who matters more to human present, who matters more to human future than anyone who's ever walked the planet. This book points to Jesus. From Genesis to Malachi, it points towards his arrival. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John describe his life on earth. The book of Acts, through all of the letters written by the apostles, describe how he affects our lives. And the book of Revelation describes what it is he continues to do and what he will do in the end. This book, all of these books, this collection, the scriptures, reveal to us who Jesus is. There isn't a passage in Scripture that doesn't point to him. That's pretty amazing. More words that my sloppy handwriting could ever fit on the board all point to Jesus. Jesus is more than we could ever imagine that he is. So over the next few weeks, he is going to become our obsession. And I hope that translates to the rest of our lives. And if we know him, we get to spend the rest of eternity digging in to who he is, finding out more about him, the depth of his character, the depth of his love. Man, it's going to be awesome. So here we go. It's the journey. Jesus is. It's going to be great. I want to encourage you to be a part. If you're not working, you're not in school probably, maybe you're taking summer classes, but be here on Thursday nights. It should be good. Invite a friend. It should be really good. And again, this is a safe place. This is not the place where everyone has to be perfectly aligned on all of their opinions. But we do want to take a look and ask maybe the most important question that's ever been asked. Who is Jesus? And we're going to dig in and find out, and it's going to be awesome. You guys, I can confess before you in authenticity, he's not my obsession, but I want him to be. And I hope the same is true for you. If he's not your obsession, that you want him to be. I hope he is your obsession, but I hope that he becomes each one of our obsessions, because he's the only one that really deserves that. He's the only one that can really hold that. He's the only one who can actually live up to that pressure. Let's pray. God, we thank you for who you are. And Jesus, thank you that you are the image of the invisible God. That if we have seen you, we have seen God. We have encountered the God of the universe if we have seen you. And so, Jesus, we ask that you would become the obsession on our minds and on our hearts and in our eyes. That we would fix our eyes on you, Jesus, over the next few weeks and really for the rest of our lives, even into eternity. We are excited, God, that we get to fix our eyes on Jesus. I pray, God, that you would become more glorious to us, that you would become our obsession. The world that we live in is calling out to us to be obsessed with everything but you, yet you are the only one worth obsessing over. So Jesus, thank you that you are so good. God, as we discover who Jesus is over the next few weeks, I pray that you would be with us, that you'd prepare our hearts, and that what we discover wouldn't just be information to us. It wouldn't be more adjectives we can store into our brain, but that we would experience you, and that we would turn our affection, our attention, our devotion, and our very lives over to you. Jesus, you are incredibly amazing. Our language, human language, cannot describe you. Yet you've given so much to us through human language in your word to show us who you are. Help us, God, over the next few weeks to mine it out, to experience you, and to be forever changed as a result. And it is in the most beautiful name given, Jesus Christ, that we pray.